Then others want to know, well, what happens after this? Many people actually ask you that question before they want to know, or they ask the questions about what's happening now. They'll say, what happens after this? And these are the religious shoppers. They look for the supermarket of religion. They're generally paid who knows how many bucks, going from one guru or special meditation thing to the next, to the next, to the next. They speak a language that they think is theirs. It's not. It was given to them with their own terminology. And they never admit that they're going on to the next school of thought because the last one didn't work. And if it did work, they wouldn't leave it, obviously. They'd be happy. But they just shop one to the next because they're terrified of what happens after this. They don't even know what's happening here now. And here they are worrying about what's going to happen after this. And the oddest thing is, in human nature, regardless of religion or time or era, the oddest thing is that people think they're entitled to go on to something better. It's a beautiful creation of, or escape for those who don't use their minds in this world. Somehow they don't really deserve to go on. It's almost like an obligatory thing on behalf of some Godhead to pass them through the pearly gates, regardless of what they have or haven't done. Like a legality they've been signed before they were born or something by a deity, ensuring them that this guarantee, an insurance company of heaven, you might say. Yet they haven't done anything in this life. They don't even know what's happening. They don't even know that the religions they're involved in were all made for them by people they never see, not by the Lord gurus or whatever that they see in front of them. I was recently sent a cutout from a magazine with an advertisement for some Buddhist guru, Rinpoche or something. Maybe if they come back and back it's a ricochet, eh? But anyway, this guy was appearing at some big place in the US, some place in New York, and the little mats on the floor, and if you count them all up, there's an interesting number. You should look into it. You can find this ad if you want. And you'll see after that, it looks like the chessboard, of course, but there's an actual floor further on towards this rounded part of this New Age hall that is the chessboard. And you find that in every Masonic lodge. And then they have the double tetrahedron, the top one, and the bottom one, the diamond shape. That's the twin pyramids above and below. And it's in blue, and then there's a 6 on it, which is also the letter G for generation, gnosis, grafting, all that kind of stuff, geometry, God, and gold, because you're gold when you've achieved Godhood. Golden Pythagoras. So it's all Masonic, and this is supposedly Buddhist. And you'll find this in all religions, the same symbolism, and it's in front of your face all the time. And people never question what it means. And for them to even think or come close to thinking that all this is connected, all of these religions are connected somehow at the top, well, it must be absurd. And they say, well, why is it absurd? Well, it's always been there. Like that validated its sincerity and honesty and independence. So people go religion hopping in this great supermarket. They're finding satisfaction in a world which they can't understand. Looking for a guarantee into something to come. They can't handle the burden of consciousness in this world because it's not a pleasant place, and it's not meant to be the way the system's set up. we don't have the luxury of just being totally joyful, because we're always worried about the past or the future, and that the symbolism of Jesus with the two robbers on either side, the thieves, one who stole the past, one who steals the future, the worry of regret for the past, the fear for the future, Freemasonry. Yet they want to go on, or to have a guarantee that some big important person wearing a fancy clothes, maybe waving incense, or splashing them with holy water, or ducking them underwater like apples you do at Halloween, is going to guarantee you a rite of passage into an afterlife where all will be happy and you don't have to cry anymore. That's what we've been fed for thousands upon thousands, maybe millions of years, to keep us all quiet while nasty things are happening around us. Every generation goes through this. We live in a world of symbols. The reincarnation theory is really for the elite at the top. They have a different version, which I've talked about before. But they don't mind the lessers, the ones down below, believing in it, and it keeps them happy and quiet. And it's almost like a credit card thing where you can sin now and you pay later. A karmic thing. Just add it to my tab and I'll work it off in my next lifetime. This is the nonsense with which the elite, an elite, a scientific elite by the way, control us with all of this stuff. And the story is generally, don't worry about anything, just let things happen. It's unreal, it's all an illusion, and it doesn't matter what happens to anybody, which must mean ourselves as well. Or maybe it's always to other people. Maybe that's how we can rationalize it. When people are paid to go off and kill all over the planet and be rewarded for it by governments and things, and given little medals to wear for killing people. The world really is a nasty place. It's a cruel place, running on a particular inner secret religion. You might call it the modern term social Darwinism, survival of the fittest, or you might go back into the past and realize that Darwin just reiterated what the elite had always believed in. And he did. It's their religion. It's part of it. So here's some food for thought. You have to do your homework. Don't ask me. As though I were a personal library to do all your work for you. Don't ask me the answers and the meaning of life to everything. You'll have to go off and find that for yourself, And taking a ready-made suit off the shelf isn't going to do it for you. I'll just take this one or that one. They're all made for you in advance by the same voice at the top. To have meaning in life, you have to be a sentient being and stop allowing others to do your thinking and entertaining and passing your time for you on this planet. Think for yourself. You might be surprised. Well, it's just to let you know that these are basics that I'm giving you, basics and repetition. It's important. Repetition is important until you start to look into these things I've been talking about. Rather than going to the deep stuff, this is deep enough if you go into some of the books I've recommended in the past. In the next video I'll be doing, I'll go into an esoteric side of things in a lot more detail than has been done up to the present time. This next one will be for sale, and I hope they'll support me by buying it. So stay tuned to the website, cuttingthroughthematrix.com, and hopefully it'll be up and out soon. Thank you.
Who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dream, the one they fix, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and fly. They love you. And you are turning here, can't know the things that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They seize the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they fix, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh.